Notice how quiet everything is. It is 5 o'clock, so we will go ahead and call the meeting, June 22nd meeting of the Delphi Redevelopment Commission to order. And let's begin with introductions. Christina, will you start us off?
Denny Myers, Delphi City Council.
Cameron Yates, City of Delphi Mayor.
Anita Whirling, Mayor appointee.
Spencer Kingery, Delphi City Council.
And in the audience, we have
Hi, James Wells, Acting Executive Director, Carroll County EDC.
And Julia Leahy, Community Development Director, City of Delphi.
And we have Miriam O'Goy.
And Miriam Robeson, our attorney, is online. And Mike Tetrault will be here shortly. He is en route. So first order of business, since we do have a quorum, is the approval of the minutes from the April 27th meeting. Those were in your packet.
Make a motion to approve the meeting from April 27th, 2026.
Second.
All those in favor of accepting the minutes signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. And
There he is.
yeah. So
Yeah, I just popped a spot somewhere, so I'm sorry. That's okay.
Gonna throw the whole thing.
I know.
this is an attempt to see if we are flexible. So Mike Tetrault, you're also a mayor appointee, correct?
Mhm.
Okay, we've already approved the minutes. The financial status is unchanged since, well, maybe we did have one payment. Right there.
Approved one.
Yeah, we did. So we did, it's slightly less than last time. So the current balance is $202,718.63. And we also have a claim in your packet to review from Robeson Law in the amount of $975. Is there a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve the invoice from Robeson Law, invoice number 1893.
Second.
Any questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And next, on our agenda, we do have a request for the redevelopment commission to consider a match for ready dollars. So Julia Leahy is going to explain this to us.
Yeah, so if you haven't heard of READY, it's the Regional Acceleration Economic Development Initiative.
So that's pretty close.
Correct.
Regional
That's what
economic.
it stands for. So we've discovered that Carroll County still has access to $300,000 in our region. And what that means is the ready projects have obviously identified housing as a major shortage, not only in our region, but the state of Indiana. And we have an amazing project in front of us called Oracle Acres. And the $300,000 does require a 1-to-1 public match, which means the city needs to come up with a way to match that $300,000. The developer is a 3-to-1 match. And just receiving the budget from the developer earlier today, it looks to me like their project match is going to be upwards of 3.2 million. So they are far exceeding their 3-to-1. The Oracle Acres project, I gave you a brief summary of what that looks like. It is a residential duplex subdivision, and it is designed for entry into the housing market, if you will. So you're looking at first time home buyers or retirees, or that middle housing gap that we're missing is what this development will do. And it is located up by Water Tower Place. And right now, this is just phase one, 13 acres. So the developer, Ripon Singh is his name and his team. They've been meeting with us at the city several times. They've been engaged with the Economic Development Corporation as well. And we're ready to kind of move forward, and I am here requesting $100,000 from the Redevelopment Commission to consider as part of the city's match. And the rest, the mayor and I and others are looking where the other 200 is coming from, but we thought this might be something you would be willing to consider. It's to help fund the infrastructure to get wastewater or sanitary sewer to the site. It is not at the site now, and that is one big cost that they are looking for some assistance with. And according to their budget numbers, like I said, I just got today, they're looking at least $545,000 to get it there. So that is the number that we are trying to help assist with in some way, shape, or form. And this 300,000 was, made available. So that would be a perfect timing.
Julia, do you know if that includes the lift station?
I believe it does. In his,
Seems low.
yeah, well, I know. I just got an email from the engineer that put this together. All I saw was this dollar amount. I said,
So does it have a breakdown then that we can look at later or?
Yeah, but he will give that to me. So he
Okay.
knows how important this budget timeline, this template is. Yeah, so
So-
we will get that.
To piggyback off of that for, let's see, no, Denny and Spencer are familiar with the Ready via Bone Estates and the Urban. This is actually Ready too. It's a lot different portal, but it's the same initiatives, goal and all that. They just changed it from a 3 to 1. There's a lot of changes within it, but it's that same Ready portal through the RBOR board in Lafayette Chamber of Commerce. This has been on a couple council dockets, agreed to proceed. It's been a couple one planning meeting, and it'll be going into another planning meeting in July. So it's moving forward. It's just taking a little bit of time to work through some things, but for those of you that weren't familiar with the Ready projects prior to, so.
And the other thing to point out too is that if for any reason we don't get the 300,000, or we don't get the additional Ready money allocated, then this doesn't get spent. It's also possible that there could end up being a different mix of match, and the Ready group is okay with that as long as they get that match from the public component carried is met. So but I think the other thing to point out here too is that once these houses are built, or once these duplexes are built and sold, this is in our residential TIF area. So that is going to increase the assessed value of that land. And of course, that excess TIF will go back into the Delphi Redevelopment Commission. So even if we do expend, the 100,000 as part of the match today, we will get that more than recovered in the future.
And I think what we're trying to do, obviously, is look ahead to plan for future growth. So while this is right now, we're focusing on one 13-acre tract, they are looking at another 15 to 17 acres. We're looking at everything else up there. And we know Delphi wants to grow housing. So this is kind of another step that we could take. We've talked about a separate allocation area for that area. So it just captures this particular project, and it doesn't start that clock on.
That would be important if we need to bond at any point in this. Otherwise, we're okay, but if we should need to bond
Okay.
for this project or for another up in that area, then it might be something to consider, a separate allocation area.
And for Christina and Mike's information, when we say duplexes, these are ownership, right? So, duplexes to a lot of people are rentals. These are ownership, again, to gap that market of keeping kids that graduate in our community, possibly going to college, but coming back home, or when they retire and you have a 2,500 square foot home condensing. So it's a happy medium for both, but it is ownership, not rentals. Just so you're aware of the,
It's more like townhomes.
Yeah.
If you want to.
yep, it's different. We don't have,
Convenient with the HOA situation,
Mhm.
help take care of the outside amenities,
Yeah,
so, yeah.
sounds very attractive.
Yeah, it does.
we're starting to move
When can
on
we get
Bowen,
these
but
done? So,
it's a good market for the youth that want to come back to Delphi.
So if we don't move forward with this, does that just leave like $300,000 on the table from the ready money
We
essentially?
can find 300,000 in the city somewhere.
Well,
Right,
they,
exactly.
they,
But if we don't match it, we don't get it.
the board itself can then say, hey, since Carroll County didn't use that, we will take it. And
Mhm.
then they will vote on it, and because they're not gonna let it go back. This happened when we were going through Bowen Estates. Did some changes, but basically if we don't use the 300,000, somebody will pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the deadline is June 30th for the
Right,
application.
There's
so-
the
caveat
on that
one.
Well, this one came up
That's-
towards the end, but that's for the paperwork and all that. But yes, there's a meeting actually coming up. So could be Tippecanoe County, Warren County, anybody can say, hey, we'll take it.
Mhm.
And it's just as simple as that. And we don't.
And of course, they would then have to come up with their project
Their own
matches,
Right,
things of
right.
that sort. So the
Which-
timeline's really tight. This was originally a $500,000. We were able to use 200,000 of it. James, you want to just quickly say what that was for?
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Good morning. With the $500,000 that was left in allocation, for Carroll County, we of course wanted to make sure that we can find projects around Carroll County to have that money allocated for. So, we found, 200,000 that we could, expand with the Children's Garden project in Florida to help them continue to make progress on their infrastructure, like parking lot and their budget. We have gotten that okay, and then that left the 300,000 here on the ready table that we definitely did not want to just leave out there for any of the rest of the region to take. So that helps to paint the picture of what we want to try to attempt to do with this 500,000 that was left.
Great, thank you. So if I understand this correctly, we would need a motion to agree to allocate $100,000 towards a match for the Ready 2.0. $300,000 that is remaining. Is there a match? Is there? Okay, Danny?
I'll second that.
Did you have a question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now questions?
Yeah, so this money that we put into this project, it eventually will come back as like into the redevelopment commission as this project gets built and generates revenue. Is that
Yep. Once parcels start or roofs start going up, we
Yeah.
captured that. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I'm just
I
thinking
mean,
because
it's not being repaid to us. Let's make the distinction.
Yeah, it's not.
What we would be receiving would be, so if this project were to get built without our $100,000 going to get the 300, then as these properties are, as they're built, then the assessed value is going to increase, and we will get that capture of the, the increase in the assessed value over what the base value is. So that will be coming into the redevelopment commission, but it's not a direct
Not
repayment
Right,
of the
right.
100,000.
No, I understand. Like it'll
Okay.
generate revenue that
Goes
we
into
are
that.
capturing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this number last year, the current balance for this 580 fund was less than 10,000. I mean, it was for years and years, it was zero. We didn't have it. So
Yeah.
in that short amount of time, with the new growth, the new
Yeah,
structures, so that's
it seems like a
not right. It's not repayment, but that's how those funds would be regenerated
Right.
by each parcel,
Mhm.
each house. So
If you're done with.
yeah.
In the short order, do we see any reason that we would need to have our $282,000 in for a project that's, in the next, I don't know, 8 months or something, before, do we need that money coming up for something that we wouldn't have it for if half of it is gone? Do you know what I'm questioning?
I think the next thing on our, yes, I do understand. The next thing on our list would probably be to proceed with the engineering for the 218 project. And there still should be sufficient funds
Okay.
for that.
I didn't think there was anything, but I haven't been here that long.
That's a good
It's just been a
question.
super long process with the
Right.
218, so
We're
we
gonna
don't
get
need
it
the
done.
immediate
Yeah.
access to it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if there was like, something hanging out in the
No.
future where we're like, oh, we're gonna need that $202,000.
No, nothing else has popped up that I can think of.
James?
Just to add to, especially with changes, around property taxes and taxes in general, at the state, but. Senate and Roll Act 1 in 2025, this is not so much related to the RDC's tax base, but having more residents living in the city will also add to that local income tax revenue generated. So you have the increase in assessed property value going up that you would capture, but then also to the city will also see that increase of more residents going into that local.
Yeah. The concerns with Senate Bill 1 have changed now to our lit, which is what James alluded to is the income tax. So both are a lot of changes are happening with them, but it's Senate Bill 1 diving into the real hurdle is going to be the lit. So this is another way for, we're not a big city. We have a little bit over 3,000. So lit is a crucial part of how we continue small pockets of growth. So good point.
You did say this is 1-to-1.
1-to-1 public. Developers.
3-to-1.
And so is the city pretty much assured that it will be able to find the other 200?
Yes. Yep, we will. I've come up with a few ideas, and of course, the idea is that those are just for a commitment letter because we have to have that in by the 30th. But
And I
diving
understand that
into-
can change.
yeah, that can change. So
They'll have the,
yeah, because there's some of the options may have to go through additional appropriations, but there's several routes that we got by Baker Tilly. But for now, we just need to get a commitment letter, and the funds are there. We just have to figure out the process of which route we want to go. So
Not mistaken, James can correct me, I believe we have until almost the end of the project. That if we have to make any changes to our funding structure, they just want informed of what we're doing and why.
yeah,
So-
there's still changes going on with Ready One. So yeah, you're
I
right.
just see some hard commitments at
Commitment,
this point,
yep.
knowing that we're all in on this. So,
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
And this was mentioned in a council meeting a couple months ago, and there was full support from the council as well. So
any other questions? Miriam, do you have anything to add on this or?
No, I think that the mayor and Julia and you have explained it very well.
Okay, very good. We ready for the vote? Okay. The vote is to commit $100,000 from the Delphi Redevelopment Commission Fund towards the $300,000 match that's required for the Ready 2.0 $300,000, a 1-to-1 match from the city. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's hope that this goes. This is an exciting opportunity, I think, for the city and a great opportunity to receive some more money towards it. But working with the developers, this really, I think, is going to add something that we lack at the present time. And these will be quality units, and who knows, maybe some older people will want to move there. Okay, project updates. There's project 218, which is basically unchanged from the last time. correct? Yeah. Nothing new. So James is still working on trying to get, Kirkhoff or Adam Wright, and, we're still trying to knock on some doors and, you know, but I think at the next, meeting that we have, we'll discuss, whether we should go ahead with the proposal, request for proposals on the engineer. Okay. Mayor, do you have any updates for us?
So we have slow progress at Bowen Estates, but we now have the number just went blank, 10 total permits in Bowen with 6 3/4 erected, right?
Well, there's 7 certificate occupancies
Yeah,
issued
yeah.
already, 1 a month away, and then I believe 11 total.
Yeah, so progress,
I got it, that's detail, man. 6 3/4.
yeah.
There you go, 1 month from being a full CO.
Yep, and they're moving forward, and we're still looking into interest in phase 2 engineering and how we can continue to keep that moving once phase 1 fills completely, which I'm optimistic, but I feel once SK Hynix gets rolling out and they start employing people, there's going to be a lot of interest from what I'm told of surrounding counties. So I foresee hopefully Bowen fills up sooner than later, but we'll also be prepared for phase 2, which there were some changes combining phase 2, 3, and 4 into phase 2, which would then allow an outlet out of the back of Riley Meadows pretty much immediately, and that would address a lot of concerns with safety that we've had with rain events, storms that would close Riley. So other than that, of course, Oracle Acres, we just worked through that. We're still working every day on meeting with Oracle Acres and just trying to wiggle through all the engineering and several things that are needed. Other than that, housing wise, Hammond's did get the 1 duplex finished, and I'm not sure if they have it rented, but because I haven't drove back there to see cars, but it looks really nice. I do know the only time I've seen it, it was trying to think of what it looked like. But anyway, it's a nice building, which is no surprise. They built a couple out here on 421, and they look neat from the road. They look clean. Just brought the area to a different, a different way to use a blank parcel. So other than that, State Road 25 bridge is still closed. We have an additional 200 dump trucks each day that we're still working through, and with regional economic development comes headaches for other communities, but this is it's a headache that we're working with every day and trying to keep the public safe. But yeah, just a busy city right now. Is if you guys can come out here about noon on any given day, you'll see what we're talking about. But busy is good, right? So other than that, sure.
Phase 1.
42.
Phase
42 or
Or phase 1 is 46.
46.
And then phase 2, there was phase 2, 3, and 4, but they combined them. So phase 2, and I had this printed off.
Oh, it's okay.
I think it's 70. Yeah. So 46 in phase 1, and so gosh, I just had it. But
You can have it next time.
yeah.
We're almost a quarter of the way there.
Yep.
That's good.
That's all I have.
Any other business? One last motion.
Motion made, adjourned.
Second.
That's your Christina.
Yeah, that's cool.
Miriam, have a good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Mary.
you as well.
Thank you.